6 ways to keep a conversation going. It happens to the best of us. We're talking to someone we've just met, and the conversation is stalling. We don't know where to take it, how to keep it going, and silence is making us feel awkward. Although in the grand scheme of things, these moments are meaningless. They can be quite a burden for you when they happen. 1. Find what to say in your favorite topics. We all have things we are passionate about. Activities, hobbies, projects, goals, ideas, or jobs. Take some time to make a short but relevant list with the things you are most passionate about and would make easy conversational topics for you. Read that list a couple of times and get to know it well. Then, when you find yourself in a stalling conversation, refer back to the list. Number 2, ask open-ended questions. One way to keep a conversation going is to get the other person talking. And the best way to do this is by addressing open-ended questions. These are questions which require more than a simple yes or no, and offer the possibility of much richer answers. Questions like, what do you think of this event? Instead of, do you like this event? These kinds of questions encourage people to talk, and they can be a lifesaver in stalling conversations. Number 3, this is the reflex that allows you to say whatever goes on in your mind. No filtering, no checking with yourself. Would I sound cool if I say this? None of that. The best way to practice this is to start doing it with people you kind of know. Do you dare to try it? It's fun to realize that you're allowed to say whatever is on your mind, and no one is going to judge you for it. As long as you don't say anything that could land you in jail, you're okay. People don't care too much about how awesome what you're saying is, because they're too focused on how they are coming across. Get it? If so, let's move on. Number 4, active listening. Active listening is a type of listening where the focus is on really paying attention while the other person is speaking. Sometimes people listen to respond rather than listening to what their conversation partner is saying. This important listening skill lets your conversation partner know that you are paying attention. It is a sign of emotional intelligence. Plus, you're more likely to remember more of the conversation afterward. You can improve your active listening by repeating what you have just heard back to the speaker, and by taking less and listening more. Number 5, make eye contact. Making good eye contact shows them that you are interested and engaged in the conversation. If you keep looking around, it tells the other person that you are either disinterested in what they are saying or distracted. Number 6, the Ford method describes an acronym that provides us with topics for a conversation. It stands for family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. By remembering this acronym, you will always have at least 4 relatable conversation topics to talk about. Family. Even if the person you're talking to was raised by a pack of wolves, that person has a family. Getting to know more about someone's family life will help you better understand who you're talking to. Occupation. Ask about a person's occupation to start a work-related conversation. Questions might include, what line of work are you in? How do you like your job? Or, that's interesting, how did you end up doing that sort of work? Recreation. Recreation refers to anything that others do for relaxation or enjoyment. Examples of questions you might ask include, what do you like to do for fun? What do you do on the weekends? Or do you go on vacation often? If you know a bit about a person's hobbies, you can ask questions about those topics. Dreams. Aspirations and goals help us reach for more in life. This aspect of the Ford method is fun and tends to be easier to ask open-ended questions. Here are a few questions you can ask. Where do you see yourself in 10 years from now? What countries are you planning to vacation in? What do you want to achieve in your career in the next 2 to 3 years?